The Keys Are Being Passed, Race, Law, Religion, and the Legacy of the Civil Rights Movement is a book written in commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Civil Rights Movement. It preserves a legacy. It tells a story about history, about all the things that are past, part of the movement, but it also conveys a sense of responsibility for individuals living here in the postmodern era to accept responsibility based on things past. The title of the book, The Keys Are Being Passed, really is a play on Scripture. In Matthew 16, we find Jesus is recorded. He says to Peter, "You are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church." Well, that is a revolutionary term, church. Matthew is considered by biblical scholars to be the Jewish gospel. It is the gospel that not only authenticates Jesus as the Messiah, the one, the foretold one, but it also shows a rich history, a rich heritage, more so than the other gospels of Judaism. It shows all of the history and all of the legacy of Judaism. Well, Jesus gives Peter all of that history and all of that legacy, but with the revolutionary use of the term church, he also gives Peter a new responsibility. And that is a responsibility to build something new, based on the old, but to build something new in an era, obviously, when Jesus would be off the scene or would no longer physically be with his disciples. The parallel then is that the leaders of the civil rights movement are giving this generation the keys. They give them all of the keys, all of the things of the past, all of the legacy and history, the richness of the American civil rights movement. But simultaneously, the leaders of that movement give the leaders of this day and age responsibility to act here in the postmodern era. The three areas of responsibility upon which the book focuses: voting rights, environmental justice, and education reform. Those are three areas of critical import in the African American community, three areas clearly where there is a foundation laid in this chronicle called the American Civil Rights Movement, but three areas where the fights will not necessarily be the same, but the merits of fighting, the reasons for fighting are the same. So we have all of the history of things past, the legacy of things past, but a responsibility to act on matters anew and here in the postmodern era. So that is the story of The Keys Are Being Passed.